Tyrant here. I got done watching episode 6 of Akiba Strips. It was a very enjoyable episode. There was a few things I found here and there that kind of bugged me. For the most part, it was fun. Um, this one was more kind of PC oriented. I really enjoyed that for the aspect that I enjoy. Also, like putting together my own PCs on these to kind of put it to the specs that I need them for. So it was fun to see that, but it didn't really go along the lines that I thought was. Well, one of the funny notes that I did like was when he finally put it all together and he was booting it up. I was thinking to myself that he forgot to buy an operating system, and next thing you know, yep, he forgot to. But that's kind of transitioned into what happened later, is when the professor kind of gave him her own built OS, and it was an AI driven one, which was going to be the whole premise of this episode. And I really enjoyed that since he kind of developed kind of a friendship with it. And and from that point, you kind of got to see a little bit of Miles' jealousy from him kind of being on his PC too much. The only thing that bugged me is of that kind of scene is that there hasn't been anything to really warrant her jealousy too much. Yes, they've been fighting together for a while now, but every scene we have had with them, for the most part, has always either been fighting or her kind of just seeing his interest and things like that. They haven't been anything really to kind of like have that emotional tie-in, and that's kind of bugging me a little bit. Maybe on top of that, there hasn't been a lot of character development on the other side character, not side character, but the other three characters, the girls. It's always been him and his interests, and kind of seeing little things like that. But besides that, not really anything else. And that kind of had been annoying me. But besides that, it was overall a good episode. The villain was upset because you start out the episode with him going to try to get a PC because this thing's been given him the blue screen of death. And he goes to this place that is offering like higher end specs on cheaper prices, and that turns out to be the villain of this episode. And lately, these I don't know these enemies or bosses, whatever you want to call them, have been really sad and disappointing. I've had no real interest or threat. It is episode 6, so hopefully we'll be getting the main villain coming up in the next couple episodes, and something something more to build up on what's happening actually. Besides that, I don't know, it was fun. The the thing about this episode for sure was towards the end, which was a lot sadder than I was expecting because um, I did mention that he spends a lot of time with his PC now that it's AI driven and she's learning all these things. So he ends up like controlling with her, and I'm saying her, but yeah, kind of showing her around everything, and she's learning what's important to him, what she needs to. If it is a computer, just learning. Um, but the thing about this is when the final kind of boss is lost, she kind of does a last ditch effort to just basically do this because they ended up doing a like complete robot rampage with all the computers they sold. Last ditch effort, they make a giant robot at the end, self-destructs, and basically um, um, Tamatsu, that's his name. There you go. I got it. Computer basically sacrifices herself to save everyone by blasting this robot or computer into space before it kind of nukes them. And that when that scene happened, two things thought to me. Um, One was that was a lot like sadder than I was expecting it to be, and two, or that computer was a lot beastlier than I thought it was gonna be because it did blast into like the atmosphere to blow up. But no, it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot sadder than I thought. Because it does the final scene of this episode was kind of him kind of mourning her and a little bit sad. Um, and they have this small talk. You get an idea of how this area was formed and a little bit of his history lesson, which was interesting to add on, but it was kind of him just kind of lost his PC friend, and um, kind of just knowing what's happening a little bit. Um, and it kind of just ended that way, and it was kind of like just hollow, a hollow feeling. And so I'm hoping to see what's gonna happen next time. I'm gonna see the preview in a little bit, see what's up next. Um, but for now, I really enjoyed this episode. Tell me what you guys thought. So thanks for watching. Until next time.